Yeah, man. So, quick question.
Yeah.
How big is a penguin?
A penguin. I don't know, like 18 inches or so.
Like, what's the biggest a penguin could be?
Dude, I don't know, 3 feet, maybe an inch or two. I don't know.
Shit.
I,
I think I hit a nun today. Yo, what up, everybody? I'm Midi 80,
I'm Chief.
and we are the ADHDads. We are back
I was
with
not expecting that. That
episode 2.
is so.
I told you that was a good
It
one.
was good. Yeah, it was not. He's like, I got one. You just gotta
You just gotta go with it.
go with it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. We start with a joke. Jesus Christ. All right.
We are back with episode 2, season 4. Woo, we're back.
Ooh,
Yeah, man. So,
sexy.
to kind of let you guys know, like, what we've been doing, we're working on revamping a little bit.
Yes.
Revamping the ADHDads podcast. So, I know Chief was working on a new, kind of some new theme song ideas. Like
Yeah.
some catchy things to get our name out there. Anything you come across you like?
I mean, well, that's the thing. Like, we got, as we do, playing on our apps and stuff, we were, like, started making all these, like, songs and, like, I have a Chief Rex D song that's pretty cool, and it's like, oh, bang. But we didn't want to just, like, overload and get away from it. So we do have those songs. But then we also have, like, our original main theme, was just ADHD. So I took that and then added some different flares,
were you
made
able
it
to
southern.
like just drop that into and like use
Yeah.
that beat?
Yeah.
You were able
Well,
to do that, or the audio of it?
So the audio, well, no, so the line, is ADHD or whatever,
okay.
but I just did that, in 3 blocks, like verses, and then I just said, this is an intro song, it's short, make it a country, western, bluesy type feel, and then it would spit out like 3 or 4 different kinds, and I was like, went through them, and I saved the ones I liked, got rid of the other ones, and I said, okay, now make a techno one. All right, cool. Now make a country one, make a rock one. And so I just have so we got to go through them still, but I have like just little snippets of them that it's your base ADHD. But like the choir gospel one was awesome.
Really?
Because he's just like ADHD. Like, it's crazy. So like I'm just sitting there like smoothing. I'm just like hanging out, just chilling on the songs.
grooving.
But it's just, they're like 25 seconds,
Yeah,
But
just little theme songs,
Yeah.
little like episode starter kind of things.
yeah, well,
No, that's super cool.
it's awesome.
We'll have to sit down and look at that, and then also I was thinking about updating the thumbnail and stuff.
Oh,
like that
yeah.
because I no longer have long hair.
Neither do I.
That way, yeah, we both are. We're changing. We're.
I just,
I did get rid of it. I cut it off. I donated it 2 seasons ago.
yeah,
So it's
and like,
it's time for like a facelift almost, on the thing. We want maybe some new colors, some stuff that pops. Like,
well, and I've noticed for me is like 4 years ago when we did it, like I was definitely a little like fatter in the face and like things like that.
Same.
And now and that's why like I started growing my hair out, because then it would distract or make my head look bigger because I just had all this stuff. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm sick of it. Let's just get it done. And I told you last week I was having some neck issues. Like you see me in the video, I'm just like constant. Like I don't know what happened. But then I had done a hard workout, but I've been wearing hats when I work out, and they were tight. So like having all that on the back of my neck and then like straining it and stuff, like I think I did something in there. So I was like, screw this, I'm shaving it. So I just shaved it up. But I got a grown-up haircut. It's not done. I don't have any stuff in it,
Adult.
but yeah, she like parted it like a little bit up and like combed that down, and then it was like a nice little. Like, it made me look like I was like 45, and I was like, holy shit, okay,
Oh, no.
this is I don't like this, but it looks pretty good. I mean,
so facelift on that.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of want to do some of that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just time to kind of change stuff around a little bit.
yeah,
Also, do want to shout out the Spotify listeners. I apologize. I'm having issues right now with Spotify when I load up the website. I'll try it again after we record this and get the first episode up, but I have not been able to get it to load to where I can upload. So I log in and everything, but it just brings me to a blank white screen. And I'm just like, what the heck, So I'll try messing around with it again. We'll figure out what we can do. So I apologize for all you guys for getting that episode out late. It's just technical difficulties. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was nothing I could do.
We'll get her figured out.
But yeah, guys, we are looking, and I'm going to say it now on the podcast so that we can, hold myself to it. But we are looking here within the next couple episodes to be out on Apple Podcast, as well as I think I'm going to do Pandora's podcast that they have. They have a whole podcast thing.
Oh, cool.
So we'll have YouTube, and then we'll have Spotify, Apple, and then Pandora. And then if there's anything else that you guys listen to or something like that, a site that you prefer, because I know my wife is I won't listen to it until it's Apple. So I'm well, now we got to figure out how to get
Come on,
4
Brienne.
seasons up
Come on,
to
Brienne.
Apple Podcast, literally. Man.
Yeah.
She's the only one with issues.
Those damn iPhone users.
But
man.
yeah, right? Freaking Android for life. But yeah, so I'm throwing it out there now. I'm saying it on the podcast so that hold myself accountable. That way, it holds some water. I can get it out for you guys for different, listening stuff. So
Platforms.
that's the word I was looking for.
Boom.
Actually.
So I'm here, baby.
So yeah, anything new with you? What? Any exciting news?
No.
That's great. So with me,
Hang on. Let's go back. Not really. What's going on in your life, man?
wow, dude, I thought you wouldn't.
No, dude, we're here.
No,
Let's go.
nothing too crazy. So, honestly, so funny story. I'll start to preface it. I was sitting there the other day with Brienne, and Oliver comes in the room, and he's like, "Hey guys, you guys got mail. You guys got mail, right?" I'm like, "No, we didn't. How did you get the mail first time?" But I was like, we'll play into your fantasy here, right? All right, we got mail, and he had taped together 2 pieces of graph paper.
So it wasn't an official envelope.
No,
so you
no.
Knew.
He
Yeah,
made the
yeah.
mail. He made the envelope. So I was like, all right, cool little craft. Let's check it out, So he's like, open it right now. So all right. So we opened it. There was a card for me. There was a card for Brienne, and then there was a card for both of us.
Big
right?
veiny bastard in there.
I'd have been impressed.
I mean,
whoa.
you're and it. Oh.
It opens
Folds 8
one
times,
of those
yeah.
centerfolds.
Yeah, it just falls down. You're like, Jesus. All right, sorry.
No, but so we look at the one for us, and he's like, I love you guys. Cute little. Okay, cool. Brienne opens hers. It says something along the lines of you're the best mom. I love you so much. We're like, oh, that was cute. And he's like, yeah, Dad, open yours. So open it. It's to Dad, and I open it. It's it said something along the lines of, I feel like we don't really spend a lot of time together anymore.
It was a lot. Hey, man, I just want to reach out. I don't think we've been really. I mean, we see each other, but do we really see each other?
I was like, the fuck?
That's a
what? So, and then Brienne just lost it laughing.
Oh,
took
I
a
bet,
picture,
yeah.
I sent it out to a couple people, dude, what the
That's
heck,
so funny.
And I'm like, what does he mean? And Brienne was cry laughing, in tears.
Oh,
I'm
God, I would,
what does he
yeah.
mean? I'm like, I wake up every morning. I go up, I get his clothes, I get him dressed, I get him ready for school, I feed him, I get his snack ready.
That's so
walk
funny.
him to the bus stop. Right?
Yeah.
I come home, I walk him home from the bus stop. When I'm not at wrestling, I walk him home, and then we hang out for the 4 hours that he's awake until bedtime. Right? So what do you mean we're not spending time?
That's so funny.
So my brain is I was trying to step back because I'm like, okay, he's 7, he's not attacking me, right? So hang on, let's get out of defense mode here. But at the same time,
At least it's a polite suggestion.
right? So that I think, in my head, the way that I kind of rationalize it is, I think because we have the twins, and because I've been at wrestling, so it's either I'm with the twins or I'm at wrestling, right? So I'm not getting as much one-on-one time with him. I think he's just feeling a little left out.
Sure.
So
That's
I'm
fair.
like, you know what? Okay, so I was like, I'm gonna dedicate Friday nights, me and him are gonna stream.
Gotcha.
Me and him, you and me, buddy. Whatever you want to play, whatever you want to do. Friday night. If you don't want to stream, you don't want to play video games, you want to do something else. Friday night, you and me, whatever it is, right? So we've been doing Cuphead, and for those of you who don't know,
It's a video
very
game.
hard game.
Don't
It's
get
a video game.
Yeah, it's a video game.
Very hard game. It's some people rank it up. There is a anywhere between like a 7 and a 9 out of 10 on the difficulty scale.
Sure. Yeah.
It's tough. And he said he wants that to be his first platinum trophy because he wants to hunt platinum trophies like I do. So I was like, all right. So we've been at this now for a couple weeks. You know, I mean, just every Friday night, like, all right, let's get on it. Come on, we got this. You know. And the other Friday night, I was gonna stream, but I ended up just getting home. It was super late from my nephew's birthday party. He had his birthday and stuff. He just turned 7 as well. We got home, and Brian's like, you guys gotta go to bed, and I told him, I was like, all right, just get dressed, we'll run downstairs. Yeah. You know, and so like I bring Mavis up, I tuck her in, and then Brian's like, all right, good night, buddy, and like walked away from Ollie, and I'm like, hurry, go downstairs, you know. So me and him snuck downstairs, and you know, we played video games, and he got his first ever platinum trophy.
He did finish it. That's awesome.
Every one of them, dude. And like I recorded it because I was like, we can't stream so people can see your reaction. But I recorded his reaction to it. Oh my gosh, you know. So it's super cool. So I'm gonna upload that onto YouTube so that.
So does he? So he has his own account.
Yep. I made his own, but I did put like the parental settings. He can't get on without me. He's not allowed to access internet if I'm not logged in with him, kind of thing.
Smart.
So until he's so old and or old enough, you know, then I can remove him. But PlayStation is kind of weird about that too. You can't actually have a PlayStation account until you're like 13. But they allow it with the parental control.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it makes sense.
100%.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of weirdos out there, dude. A lot of weirdos. But so that's new with us. You know, I don't hang out with them enough. So
nice.
Dedicated my Friday nights to Oliver.
Shitty dad. Which, see, that's so funny because it's gotta be.
I think it's just because he's just spending all of our time with the twins.
Well, no, I get that part of it, but at the same time, though, like you said, I mean, you're a stay-at-home dad. You're here all the time.
Literally.
So,
except for wrestling season.
Well, and that's what's funny because, like, not the same type of thing that way, but, like, it is funny whenever there is a project at school that Jax or Arya have to write, like, you know, because they'll do that too. Like, say something nice about your parents or your siblings or whatever. And it's so funny. Like, mine is like, Dad, you're funny. I love how like you play video games. I don't play video games with them. I'm on my own. But then they're like, and then I love how we watch like anime or something like that. And then it's like, Mom, you're always yelling at us. And it's like something like that. And like she does everything. I'm not even gonna take. I mean, I do help, of course, but I don't have the patience that she does with like. Well, they're just like if they're not feeling good or anything, I'm lost. Like I'm getting mad an hour into it because I'm like, you gotta stop your coughing. Like just be done with it. Like just stop being sick. And like I'm like I gotta sleep. And she's just like, Jake, they can't obviously they're sick. They can't stop coughing. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. You could just hold your breath or like breathe through your nose or something. I don't know. And so like I'm like neurotic that way, but they still think like I'm just fucking awesome. And then like Mel's the one that's like, are you fucking like? And she's the one that like it'll hit her, but she'd be crying and stuff. And she's like, I do everything. I fucking do everything every day. I don't understand. And I'm like, yeah, man, you just gotta get. I'm just like, you gotta get good. I don't know.
Just stop yelling.
You gotta get good. Sorry,
dude. That's it's funny though. It's funny how they like. And maybe it is too because when I'm at wrestling practice I'm not home to walk him from the bus stop, so maybe it's that like 1 hour of time left because it's like from 4 to 5 I'm home at like 5:30.
Well, and I think when they look at it too, I don't know, like they were saying psychologically when the kids like act out more, are more troublesome, or all of that stuff at home, they always tell you like, well, that's because they feel safe. They feel like that's an environment where they can. So if you're the one taking that brunt, they're probably saying it to me, so that they're like paying their dues. Right. Like we better tell him that he's good because that's what. Maybe I'm developing some kind of trauma in some kind of like I just wanted approval of my father, so I tell him good things all the time, and then Mom is like, well, let's grade this fucking bitch right now, and you're like, but maybe that's because they just feel so safe. I mean, if it makes you feel better, great. But I don't know what it is. I just take that. I take that project. I just put it on the fucking wall. I go, oh, I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty good dad. I don't know if you saw. I think my mug's coming in the mail. #1 dad. We'll see. I don't know.
Oh, dude.
I'm still waiting on it. But
speaking about like getting angry while they're sick and stuff, I think I do. Like I do too. And maybe it's just something the way our brain works too. Is like, And it's not so much that I'm mad at them, but it like overstimulates me, and I get mad at the fact I can't do anything to help them. And I think that's where I get more mad. Is like they're sitting there coming, I'm like, buddy, like go blow your nose, please, like, or dude, like you gotta stop, like go drink some water, like I don't.
I think it's because of how helpless they are about the situation that they're not even trying to do anything, and I think that's what annoys me. And we've talked about that before with like babies crying and stuff, like how like a mother. You know, like when and like, you know, if like a baby cries, like Brienne, like she would start lactating right away because it's just a human response.
Same.
And like, yeah, right. Maybe you too. I don't know. But they would have like they were saying like how mothers do have a lot more patience to a baby cry than a male because. Back in the day,
they were the nurse.
They were they were taking care. Yeah, exactly. And like we had to stay on alert.
Right.
Like if there's any noises or anything,
we
had to keep everybody quiet so that they wouldn't get eaten. Like so now it's like
our anxiety because
and the fact that like I mean I'm not kidding. I won't do this directly in the mic, but like that's where like Aria will be sitting there and she'll just go I'm like, get a fucking drink. Jesus. I mean, I get if a cough snuck up on you, but it's almost like you're trying. I mean, I have spazzed out so many times. I'm like, are you trying to cough? Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're just like doing it for attention and you need to stop.
So funny story.
And I'm causing trauma.
I know. Came down at like 5 and
come on.
He just had this like barking seal cough where it was like, okay, like maybe there's something wrong. So we're like, you know, he's just like, I'm just like,
oh my god, oh my god, I'm throwing him outside.
So I was just like, all right, you know, and this was like, it was probably like 5, 6 o'clock. It was close enough to where it was like, hey, we got to decide, are we sending him to school right now or not? So we were like, you know what, we'll keep him home. The cough sounds bad, right? So Tuesday comes, and we got a email from the school that was like, hey, there's some sort of voting going on Tuesday, and our school has been designated as a site, like Bailey Elementary, where he goes. It's been designated as a site for a polling site, We're working with officials to make it as safe as possible. I was like, you know, like, with all the crazy shit going on right now, let's just keep them home.
In Minnesota.
I was like, let's just keep them home. Right? Yeah. So I was just like, I don't, like, you know, it's just a lot of crazies out there. I'm like, I don't know what they're voting for. Like, I don't even know, but let's just, he doesn't need to be there. You know, like God forbid something were to happen, right? Mm-hmm. So we kept him home. So we had already decided. We decided Monday. We had taught, or I think it was like that weekend. It was like Sunday or Saturday or something. I'm like, hey, they're doing this voting thing at school. We were talking a little bit about it, and Brand's like, well, we can keep him home. I'm like, let's just keep him home.
Yeah.
Let's just keep him home. And so she's like, okay. So we had already decided, right? So Monday he has that horse cough, which literally like he got up and started running around like nothing happened, like. 8 o'clock, I'm like, and then him and his sister are fighting. I'm like, we should fucking send him to school. Like, oh my god, right? But anyway, so then Tuesday comes, and we're sitting here, and it's like, I don't know, 8 o'clock. We didn't tell him we were keeping him home, right? It's like 8:30, something like that. So he comes downstairs. He's, kid you not? He's.
Oh my god.
Mom, Dad, I don't think I can go to school. like I'm not even kidding. And Bryn goes, you're not going to school today. And it goes to her, what? Why?
Oh my god.
And it was just like, because
I'd have sent him on principle right there.
Well, no, I was literally, we were.
Now you're late. Walk.
No, and I was just like, dude, you're not going to school today. Don't worry about why. You're just not going to school because we don't need to involve him in all the.
Yeah, I get
like,
it. Yeah,
he can
no,
be a
I
kid.
understand.
And so we're like, don't worry about it. You're just not going to school. And literally turned from like to like, oh really? Why not? Okay, cool. And literally was completely fine. Didn't cough the entire day until bedtime. And then all of a sudden it was.
Yeah, you can see him like, so Cuphead, 10 minutes. Yeah. What are we doing? What are we thinking? Yeah. Oh my god.
Go to bed. You're going to school tomorrow.
And like that's the thing, like, cause I mean we're trying to get it. You know, we trained him enough to like drink water, but then it's like we'll give him medicine and stuff like that. But both of them are mouth breathers, so I'm like, just close your mouth. Like, if your throat's agitated and you just, you know, breathe through your nose, it goes into like a little bit more of your upper stuff. And granted, if you're sick there, it sucks. Or if you can't breathe.
Right.
But usually that kind of helps if they're like you know, like I'm not totally full of shit when I was like, close your mouth. But Yeah, and then the next thing you know, they're like staring at something, and I'm like, would you look at yourself? Stop. Yeah, just slam that thing. Yeah, I don't know. But I hope we're all done with this sickness shit because I'm
we had it hit
getting
again.
really over it.
It was really funny. Brienne actually got sick. And she went to
Yeah,
the
it happens
doctor.
to adults too.
No. Like this is a weird. This
You're
is
like,
a weird one.
crazy
Hang on.
story.
Yeah, no, hang
Sorry.
on. Because literally, I was kind of like, make them test you again. Something's not right. And so we're sitting there, and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm not feeling good." She's like, "I've never had a sore throat like this before." Da 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 da. So I was like, "Don't kiss me, don't hug me, sit on that side."
What
of the
about
room.
that time in college?
Nope.
Oh.
And but
Sorry.
no, and then I was like, nothing. And then so she's like, I don't know if I should go in. I was like, are you gonna go in? And she kept like, I don't know, beating her. I'm like, just go in, quit being stubborn, just go to the doctor. So she goes in.
Oh,
and
the doctor. I thought you meant to work. I was like,
no,
no, fucking stay home.
Don't
Don't
go
go
back
to
till
work.
after May now.
Oh, that's
because of
right.
The whole
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I was say the old baby thing.
Maternity, yeah, baby thing. They passed it. She's 20 weeks.
Yeah.
Plus we have 2 babies, so I think it worked out extra. I don't know. Anyways, so she's like, fine, I'll go in. So she goes to the doctor, and they test her, and they're like, you have strep. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And then she's like, how? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? They're saying it's because my hormones are all out of whack. So like this is happening. I was like, okay, but hang on. And I was
You
like,
don't cultivate.
well, I was
strep.
like, this is what doesn't make sense. Nobody else is sick.
Yeah.
Nobody else has a cough, a fever. Nobody's anything. You're the only one. So how do you have strep? But not only that, but like she's taking care of the babies. She's sitting there kissing the babies, holding them, feeding them, stuff like that. I'm like, nobody else in this house is sick. How do you have strep? I'm like, have them test you again. She's like, well, it came back positive. I'm like, test it again. But she didn't, and she got antibiotics and was literally better in like 2 days. So
I mean, this is a completely unrelated story, but I used to get strep a lot in college because I kissed a lot of other people.
I thought you were going to say syphilis sometimes presents itself.
No, I told you that in confidence, dude. That's not something to put on here, son of a bitch.
I don't know why I thought that's where you were
No.
going. Like, yeah, sometimes. But yeah, no, I was just like that. It was just weird. It was just weird to me. I was
Yeah,
just
that's weird.
Like strep is highly contagious.
It is, yeah.
Like,
And if you don't know, yeah.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So she ran around the house for 3 days.
Did you know
just, like,
it can cause like the swelling of your joints if you don't fix it?
I think I did know that.
There was one kid in Jackson's class, it's like his best friend, and Jax got strep 3 times in a matter of like 4 months.
You couldn't figure out,
And we're like, where the hell is he
from?
getting this from? And he keeps playing with his buddy Evan, and sure enough, he was starting to have like really bad pain in like his knees and like behind his knees and his elbows and stuff.
So it was like swelling up.
So, yeah, it was like really bad, and they go in and they're like, he's had strep, and like this is like advanced strep. Like if you never got antibiotics, this is what actually happens to you. And I was like curious because I'm like, well, every time you get strep, you get antibiotics, you're done. You're better.
Yeah, like,
I've never seen like, okay, what if you don't do that? But he had it for 4 months. Is how long he had strep.
Never.
Yeah. They
Was he
well,
just
no,
not showing
he
signs?
wasn't. Yeah, he had no signs of it. Didn't have a
He
sore
was just
throat or
like-
anything.
He
Yeah.
was like patient zero, just carrier.
He was just a carrier of it.
Everybody,
Yep.
And then just took him over.
It was crazy. And then when she said it,
That's
because
crazy.
of course, wife Mel's the nurse, and you know, and they felt so bad because like parents were talking to Mel about it, like they came to him and they're because they had heard that Jax was having strep all the time, and then they came up and were like, hey, just so you know, he has strep too. That might be why Jackson's having it, and, you know, or whatever, because they play together all the time. And I was like, fuck, that's insane. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
Because then we'd like fix him. 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, boom, he's got it again. And we're like, this is insane. And we ended up getting his tonsils and adenoids out because he was getting so susceptible to it.
that. We might have mentioned that on a podcast.
So we don't talk to Evan anymore.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Blacklisted.
I'm just kidding. No, it's fine.
We have to kind of beat him up every Tuesday.
Yeah. Give me his tonsils back.
No, but yeah, no, that I
That's
do
crazy.
remember you telling me that, but that
That's
is
crazy.
insane. That is insane. God, I'm
Yeah.
having a really hard time opening this can.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you leave.
Performance issues, 1 out of 5, really.
Yeah, you know, it happens to all of us, and if it hasn't happened to you yet, it will. So.
You're not drinking enough. But
Speaking of drinking, one thing I'm really excited about.
drinking?
Yes, actually. So, you know me and Boots.
Yeah, I know you guys
Brienne
pretty
and
well.
Sam.
Yeah, I know you guys.
And you know, like once a month we go to Northern Tap because they have that Bloody Mary of the month.
Oh yeah, that's right. That thing that you all do that I don't do. Yeah, that thing that you guys are all doing together in your own separate group. And I didn't. Oh, that's right. I'm not going to that either. So that's weird. Yeah, tell me more about how much fun you have.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
it's such a good time.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
No. So starting February.
Yeah.
So starting tomorrow, it's the they restart their Bloody in the Month club, and so they only give it out to like the first 100 or I think it's 100, but it might be 200. But first like 100 people who show up and order the Bloody, they get like a punch card, and they're in like this exclusive Bloody of the Month club. Bloody Mary of the Month club, and if you go, you get like free stuff. Like after a couple, you get a free like glass or a free sweatshirt or maybe free appetizer. You know.
Yeah, it's really cool.
You get free stuff.
Yeah, I like free stuff.
Tomorrow you can go. Why don't you just
I'm gonna be in Rochester seeing my new nephew.
Well, you could go after a Bloody.
Well, like
we're going at 10 a.m.
We're leaving at 7:45.
A weird flat tire.
Yeah,
took
yeah.
4 hours to get here. You just
Absolutely not.
Just reeking of
Nope.
like tomato juice and vodka.
No, I won't do that to Zachary. Because he watches it. He knows
I'm
this.
kidding,
he watches
Zach.
this.
I'm
He knows.
kidding. Zach, actually, why don't you just come up for the Bloody?
Absolutely.
And then you
And
all
then
drive back.
Bring the baby with you. We'll go to the bar.
And then we
that
can
was
just let all
born
three
a
of our
week
babies
ago.
Hang out.
And yeah, we'll just all hang out. That's fine.
Yeah, but no. So it restarts tomorrow. So we're gonna go. And I was talking to Joe, and I'm just like, yeah. I'm like, so what are we thinking Sunday? Like, and for some, I was talking to Joe, but also having a side conversation. So I was like 7 a.m. And he's just like, 7 a.m. He's like, so what are we gonna like camp out? Like it's a midnight release type of thing? And I was just like, yes.
Yes,
100%.
correct.
Like we need to.
Correct.
I believe that by 10 a.m. there will be 100 people out there. Like, in my mind.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
foresee
I'm
it like-
not getting that card.
No.
Yeah, like there's no way I could get that
You know what?
card.
Hold up. You can get that card because Brienne does not like Bloody Mary. So what if?
Do you have to actually sign up in your name and everything, or do you just get
See
a
that?
card?
I don't know. So
See, that's fine, yeah.
if it's just the punch card, we'll give it to you. But you're not allowed to miss more than like one Bloody of the Month. It's like their club rules, or you're kicked out of the exclusive Bloody.
That's
of the Month.
fine. It's just
So
yeah.
we'll get if I can get you a card tomorrow
Yes.
with Brienne. Will you like?
Yes, correct.
You will come with us.
Yes, I'm
Like,
happy
we
to
bring the
finally
kids.
I'm happy to finally be invited to this.
Like
so this
dude, you've been
this is
invited.
very exciting.
All right, man.
I'm very excited to be here.
All right.
God, I'm so excited.
That's just like us being like, hey, we're going to trivia. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Another thing I'm not a part of. Like, you could go.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know.
I do stuff.
yeah, I got stuff going on. I
Yeah,
guess.
really busy weekend.
and and that it gets me every time too, because like Monday always sucks. Like Monday is like the kid like,
Garfield.
Well, like Mel's back to school at the nurse's office, and the kids come off the weekend, and they're all like fucking crazy, and then our kids are spazoids when they get home, and it's the first day back in school, and then so she's not in a good mood. Mondays always suck for us too, because we got to like fix all the shit that happened from the weekend. So then we're getting back on track. We really don't get the day set until it's like 2 p.m. on Monday. So I get home and I'm like, I'm sitting down, I'm going online, and I always text Joe like, hey man, we're doing that Planet Crafter game.
Yep.
I was like, hey man, Planet. He goes, trivia. I go fuck yourself. Every single time, because I forget.
Dude,
I just forget honestly that it's every Monday.
We won last week. So
Oh, you did? Did you beat that team?
We fucking crushed them.
That's awesome.
So they were beating us by 1 point for everything, and then final round we got a perfect. Like, and it was like a double point round, so it was like name the song and the artist type of deal or thing, and we beat them by like
Victory.
we ended up beating them by like 3 or 4 points. We perfect round. We were just like, yeah, dude. I was
Victory.
so happy.
It's so sweet. 'Cause, wow.
I was just like, I slept so good.
Well, from what I've heard, like they
just gloat. dude.
They
I
gloat
love
the
how,
whole
like,
time.
Just
It's
be
a
humble.
big crew,
Be
like,
humble.
and it's a small bar thing,
It's
right?
literally- There's
But
like
to have
6
12
teams playing, and they have 12.
Yeah, the
people.
12 people playing, and it's like okay. And I mean, if you want to be that team, great. I mean,
We have 4.5 because
It's
Brienne
like-
only chimes in half the time because
Yeah.
she feels like she has to watch the kids 24/7.
Well,
I'm like, you don't give them a.
I
pretzel
compare
and
it. I compare it to like those people that go to karaoke nights every week because they can sing, and they go there just to belt out their 3 songs that they wanted to get in. So then everybody's like, "Oh my God, did
I'm
you
not
hear her
singing now."
voice? That's amazing!" And you're like, "Yeah, I sing a little bit on the side." And you're like, "Okay, like great. I'm glad you come here to karaoke nights every Thursday. Nice job, Rhonda. Like it's awesome. I'm proud of you." But like, yeah, when you're doing that, and it's one thing to like go in and like
Yeah,
if you
it's like-
win it, like a couple times. Like if you won it like 3 weeks in a row, you're like, all right, maybe we take a week off. You know, like let somebody else get in there.
Don't
and
get
have
me
fun,
wrong. There was a stretch where like we went where I think we won like 3 or 4 weeks in a row, which I get, it happens.
Yeah.
But then the announcer guy, the guy who runs the trivia, changed all the questions, and I'm not even kidding. It's like everything was pre-1980s. So we'd be lucky to get like 2 or 3, and that's because it'd be like Mel Gibson acted in da 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 da, and then we look at Whitney and we're like, okay, like who did it? Or it'll be like, you know, known for this and this and this. What was this NFL player's name? It's like, got it. Like, you know, and there's like 1 or 2 offs that we know. But then it's like, in 1964, the #1 hit song sung by this. Da, 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 da. It's like, who the fuck knows that? And they're sitting behind us like banging on the table like it's a drum, dude. And they're like, whoa, yeah. And it's like, yeah, it took all 12 of you to get the answer. Like, we're playing with 4. Like, 4 of our members don't contribute. And that's because the oldest one is 7 in those 4, and the youngest is 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, geez. But yeah, it's just frustrating. And it was so nice to beat them, dude. It was so like.
Yeah, no, that is nice. That is nice. I'd love to do it too. It's just you guys are so close to all of it up here. I mean, you're
4 minutes away.
Not
right around the corner from my
and
house.
it's at least 25 for us, and then it's like we have to haul everybody,
Dude,
and then we got to
get
keep
it.
them entertained because they're just like they're not going to let us just hang out.
Right.
And it's just I want to do that more, and I think when when Deck gets just a little bit bigger, when he's like 3 and 4, and he's really kind of because he's talking a lot right now, and like when he a little bit more where he can. All right, guys, sit down and do this.
Like,
I mean,
she can sit and color. And
exactly.
like,
Yeah,
by
I mean,
herself.
like Ari's great at that. Jackson bring a switch, it's great, but then it's just Declan is he's moving so much right now.
Yeah.
I mean, and again for the future of you guys, I mean, to have you guys continue to go when both those little babies get to like walking around, I bet
we have,
you
dude.
not.
Actually, like we're in the works right now for a partnership for them to be like sponsors of Third Act. You know, 'cause that
Nice.
was our third act, and it ended up being a double feature. Hey, oh my God, I gotta pitch that. That is write it down. That's gold. Hang on.
I just if Joe ever watched this, he would be very proud of you right now. But he won't be.
Got it. All right.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. But no, that was okay. Yes, it was really good.
That was pretty good.
It was
dude.
good. It was really good. It
Look
was
at
really
the
good.
face of the brewery.
No,
were
I
on
get it.
third
That was
act.
good. Like Gerber babies for the third act. Yeah,
Yeah, our third act was a double feature. Dude, oh my God, that's so good. Dude, that's great.
that's good. See, that's that dopamine hit, man. That's
Dude,
that.
I'm like, I could do anything. Right
dude. You know what I watched recently?
now. What's that?
Limitless.
Speaking of Limitless, that's actually a really good movie. I like that. Dude, would you take a pill? Limitless?
100%. If I knew it was NZT,
But didn't it,
I
like,
100%.
Didn't it,
Yep.
like, screw him up?
Yep,
Didn't
absolutely.
It make him like a meth addict?
Yeah,
And he's like,
kind of. Yeah.
I need a pill.
I'm still
Right,
taking it.
you know?
Still taking it. 100%. Even knowing full well. I mean, he figured it out eventually. But
Yeah, but it's I
absolutely I would.
like thinking about it though. Thinking like if you could unlock 100% of your brain at once.
I mean,
like, you're probably having a seizure. But
well, it's like that's like the stretch of it because it's like everybody uses 100% of their brain all
but
the
it's
time.
all it's all at different things
Yeah,
light up at
but
different
it's
time. Your brain's always working.
like.
But yeah, they tried to sell it as like a hey, you only use 10% of your brain.
But it's like you have the biggest thing is that all those boxes in your head from kindergarten, middle school, high school, college, all those things, every little scrap of something that you read, saw, thought of, somebody told you something that like, hey, I heard this as a fact.
all the faces you've seen.
All the faces you've seen, everything is just at your disposal. Where like you can't remember half the shit now, but it's in there. And that is a cool aspect.
You know what the
'Cause I've seen a lot of
craziest thing I've ever heard, and like part of me like can't just fathom or wrap my head around it, is that when you dream, and
Yeah.
you see somebody's face, you've seen them before. Your brain cannot make up a brand new face.
You know what's crazy, and this isn't for content? I literally had to tell a kid, it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago at work, he said I had a really weird dream and there were some people in it I didn't recognize, and I go, that's not possible. And he goes, what do you mean? And I had to tell him that fact. I go, just so you know, your brain can't manufacture people. So everybody you saw, you've seen at some point in your life.
Yeah.
And he was like, no way. He's like 20, and he's like, dude. No way.
So like
I'm like,
think
yeah,
about that.
that's
So
true.
when you have this dream and you're like, God, that chick was hot. You've seen that chick.
You
before.
have seen that chick.
Or
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
you're sitting there and some dude, you're like, why is this guy stabbing people? Like you've seen that.
You've
person
seen that
before
guy do it,
somewhere. You might have just passed him in a coffee shop. You might have been driving and looked over at the guy flipping him off, like, you piece of Schmidt, whatever it is. Like,
shit, yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
But, like, you see, like, every face in your dream.
It is crazy.
Isn't it, though? Because there's so many faces in the world, and then you think of, like, everybody you've seen, and then you go to sleep, and, like, you see more people, and you're like, I've never seen that person in my life, but you have.
Now, what's crazy is I didn't think this was going to come up organically, but this is a perfect transition. Talking about, like, being creative, right? Like, you really can't create something that your brand hasn't seen. So Jackson's in basketball. All right. We've been going for, like, 10 weeks now, 8 weeks or so. So he's doing that, and I'll be honest. I mean, he ain't going to see this for years, but if I had to rate my 9 players, I told Mel today, he's tied for, I think I said 6th and 7th out of 9, as far as capability, understanding. Now this is his first year playing.
I think he's a runner though.
This is his first time playing the game, right? But I was watching him today, and our team had the best game they did today. Mm-hmm. They did everything we asked of them, everything that we've practiced, everything we've done. It was the first time where, like, our team was like, holy shit, like, we're coaches. Like, we fucking did it. Like,
we got a team.
We've preached this stuff, and now they're doing it. Like, this is awesome. And so there was aggressiveness. There was rebounding was a big thing, hustling the whole time. A lot of times our kids like to just fucking, like, they'll run for a minute and then be like, yeah, all right. And just kind of sit there with, like, their hands in their pockets, like, guarding somebody. I'm like, guys, you're still playing. Keep playing, So we were doing this whole thing, and I was watching Jackson, and he's a lot like I was when I played that at that age as well, like first year playing. And he's got so many more games to get better. It's great. He's only in 2nd grade. But I was thinking about it today in the car ride home. I'm like, you know what? Maybe he's like me. Like, Arya just has this creative thing where, like, she can consistently just make up stuff all the time. And I've always struggled with that. I can't create things. I have things that I like, and so I've always tailored things to that. But I have a hard time creating new things. So when I watch, like, Critical Role or any of those things where they're doing D&D stuff, I love that, and I'd love to be able to do that. But I can't. I'm very linear with my thinking, so I don't know how to, like, take something that you did and be like, all right, I'm gonna make it cool. Like, I have that to an extent, but I can't, like, think of something completely outrageous, which you watch these things and you're like, how did you even think to fucking do that? He's like, well, it was this, and this, and I figured, why not? And, like, I would never think that. Mm-hmm. So then I'm like, well, maybe Jackson thinks, maybe he is a lot more like me than I think he is, because I think he's all Mel. But I'm like, maybe he's the guy that, like, because if you look at, I make him practice dribbling every day. Yeah. So he does 100, 200 dribbles on each hand every single day. Every single day. And so I was looking at it, and so when it comes to dribbling in a game, he's great. He has the skill to dribble. When it comes to, like, dribbling down against a defender to go up and shoot, he doesn't really get that anywhere during the day, so, like, that bothers him. So then I'm like, okay, maybe he's like me, where, like, the reason I can, go anywhere, meet anybody, and, like, think of stuff and come off, I guess, like, knowledgeable in things is because I've had to learn all those things first. Mm-hmm. And so that's in my brain, and that's why when we talk about NZT, like, I'd love to have access to everything I've ever learned and known, because I've read a lot of weird shit. So like, if you just know so many things, that's great. It's the master, not the master of one, it's the master, jack of all trades thing. So I'm like, well, if that's how he really thinks, I'm like, that's great, because then I can teach him all the scenarios, all the things. I was thinking about My Hero. It's like Mirio, where it's like you have to understand every aspect of every fight. You have to see it, and then you have to, the only reason that he seems like he's amazing is because he's already seen everything before. And I'm like, okay, I think that's a new way. But then I had to face it with myself. It's like, yeah, you're really not that, like if you told me to, like, write a story, if you're like, okay, create a story right now, just what do you want to do? I would sit there with a blank piece of paper, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, what would you like the story to be about? Like, I'll ask you questions, and you're like, well, make it a superhero thing in a medieval time, and have them have to do this, and then I'm like, okay, so then I'm thinking of like, all right, Lord of the Rings. I'm like gonna pull all this information of the stuff I know.
Right.
I can't just sit down and just like
Like,
create something completely new.
species.
Yeah, I can't just create.
Hobble-bobbles.
Yeah, I can't.
Like,
I
you
can't
know.
do any of that. Like, yeah, names. We talk about names and stuff, and like I want to write a D&D story for the kids, but I'm constantly using AI because it's like I can't think of like if I wanted to think of a town, like all right, you start out in the town, and I'm like Thermogren. I don't know. Like I have no idea. But then you have other guys that are like, yes, it's in Finlandia, and you're like, oh, that's wow. Tell me more. You know, like, and they're like, how'd you come up with that? Like, I just made it up. And you're like,
Bastard.
yeah, I'm so lost. So that was we were talking about creativeness. It's like I think I just had to realize something with myself. It's like the only reason why. When it comes to that kind of stuff, that like I want it, and that's the thing I do envy my daughter and the fact that she's like, yeah, I'm gonna just do this, and then I go, well, why did you do that? And she goes, well, because it was this and this, and it's such an abstract way of thinking, but it just makes sense to her, and I'm like, fuck.
You know, I was watching something today, and I don't know, kind of segues to like that. Like the way we think and the way like brains are wired and stuff like that. And it was something that like 90s kids' brains are wired a lot different than like any other generation, right?
Hands down.
And like you look at kind of how we grew up, right? We were like the technological, like the technology boom, right? You know,
Well, yeah.
like,
We had to
everything
grow with
happened.
it. We had to
Everything
grow with it.
happened with
Yeah.
us, right? Like
Yep.
we were born and we learned that oh hey computers are a thing, and oh hey look at cell phones are now coming out, and oh hey
Yep.
like we grew up
And we had to adapt. Exactly. Yeah, we had to adapt.
We were able
Yep.
to do it, right? And you know everyone. You know, and this is another topic too, and like a lot of people are like, "Oh, screen time, you gotta limit it." But at the same time, it's like they're always gonna have screens, and there's
Well, I mean, that's the way it's
never be a
going.
time
Yeah.
without screens. Like they're like you look at the cars now, like they have freaking iPads,
Absolutely.
and freaking navigation systems
Yeah.
and stuff, right? It's like the screen is as big as the windshield, you know. But anyways, so I was looking, and they were saying that our brains are wired differently if we play video games, and the reason being is because like you look at the video games back then. Like, there were no save states. There were no, like,
Yeah, Mario.
retries. There were no, you had X amount of lives to get as far as you could. You died, it's over.
It's over. Start over.
Square one.
Yep.
And you had to, like, learn the knowledge as you went.
Absolutely.
And stuff. But nowadays, you get into a game, and this is... I'll talk about one of my favorite games here is God of War. If you guys have never played it,
Oh, yeah.
it is such an amazing game. The story alone is so good. They're coming out with a live action, which I'm
I did
a
hear
little
that.
excited but a little nervous. But they did really good with Fallout. So I'm like, okay.
Prime's doing it?
I don't know. I think Prime is doing it.
Okay.
I thought that's what I saw. But
Well, you need to have that company. Yeah, the company makes a big difference. But yeah, either way.
So if they're doing it, they did a good job with Fallout. I'm hopeful. Right?
I mean, we don't need another Dragon Ball Evolution.
You know.
We all know it sucks giant donkey turds. All right? It is.
But anyways.
Anyway, sorry.
So we're sitting there and yeah, God of War, right? So you're sitting there and you got to learn these puzzles and stuff. But like you go into it, you hit it. You're like first or second puzzle in the game, and literally if you take like a minute, say you're like, oh, I got to set my controller down, I got to go grab a drink of water, I got to go to the bathroom or something. By the time you run upstairs to the bathroom or run to the bathroom or run back, the guy's like, Atreus, the little kid, he's like, oh, maybe there's a ladder right there that we could probably climb. It's like they're giving you.
I know. Yeah.
You know, and then not only that, but then the auto saves every freaking 2 minutes
Before a battle.
Auto saving, yep.
Yeah.
Save right before a battle. There were no save states. There
No.
weren't save states until like PlayStation era, I want to say, or even I guess they had some in like Game Boy and 64
Yeah.
and stuff. But that wasn't even like. You look at like why you're saving. You're saving because you're like making progress through this big game, like Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no dying. And
No, I mean,
starting. There's you're progressing.
How many
It's
games did you
style of
start
game.
on any of the Pokemon games where you're like, all right, I'm going to play Pokemon Red. And they're like, oh, what are you going to pick up? And you're like, nope, we're with Oak.
We're just running.
We're with Oak, and I got to pick my starter, and
Yep.
the adventure begins. Like,
Yeah, and then you just go.
yeah.
Right, and then the other thing I do gotta say, like, but yeah, like,
I feel like you just
it was
interrupted
like
yourself
7.
there. I feel like you
My
just,
brain
yeah.
is just like-
I feel like you just interrupted yourself. It happens all the
The other thing I
time.
gotta say about the Pokemon games, I'll just preface this real quick too, like tangent.
Cosine.
Was it sign?
That's a math joke.
Cosine tangent.
Ha! I have a degree.
I liked how simplistic the Pokemon games were.
Dude.
And some of those other games, like the Mario games, is like save the princess or Pokemon. Hey, here's a Pokemon. you go train up, beat the gym leaders, be the Pokemaster. There was no dialogue. It wasn't like today. You go play Pokemon. You spend 2 hours of the opening stuff on dialogue before you even get to like truly run around and explore. It's like I hate that now. I hate the story. And then the other thing too, like screw Nintendo, dude. They're cheap bastards. You're multi-billion-dollar company. You can't afford voice actors.
This is your biggest gripe. This is the biggest gripe with that Nintendo.
So, you rewind. Okay, but like we had to learn as we went.
Yeah.
Right. We had to like deal with loss or deal with defeat, right? We had to like internalize it. We had to like figure out like emotionally regulated, be like, oh, it's
well, you'd have a
and then retry.
Well, you'd have a run where like maybe you saved 8 lives. And then you get to that same point the next time and you're at 3 lives, and then there's stress knowing that like, hey, I don't have as many lives as I did before. I've been here, I've done a better run here, and I'm still trying though. Yeah. No, I
am very excited to get Ollie. So he wants his next platinum trophy to be this game, Ultimate Chicken Horse. It's like a it's a game. It's a game where you literally pick.
You're a chicken horse.
No, you can be a chicken or a horse.
Okay.
But it's or a squirrel or a chameleon, or there's a couple different animals, sheep, raccoon. Anyways, so you pick an animal and then it puts you in a level and then you build the level. So it's like you pick pieces from a prize box, right? So you can pick like a little platform or like a trap, like maybe you should pick a like crossbow that shoots arrows, and your whole goal is to get from point A to point B, right? And so both of our goals is to get to the goal and the flag, and it's like one screen level, so you're not side-scrolling. It's one screen. It's a couple jumps and you're there. But like maybe you put a platform down, maybe I put a trap, because I don't want you to make it to the end.
Well, I mean, do you play it with somebody else?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a single player game.
Okay, got it. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. All right.
So and the more people you get, the more fun it is, because then you have people who are like, well,
fuck you. Yeah.
I'm shooting a trap right down where you
absolutely,
started. Yeah. But then it randomizes the start, so maybe you shoot a trap right in your head, and you're like, oh, I shot an arrow in me, I'm dead. Like I can't move. So it's a fun little game. He wants that to be his next one.
What's it called?
Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Like $7 on sale. But that's what he wants his next platinum to be. But I really want to get him into Crash Bandicoot, because that was a game for me that I was like, it was so much fun.
Well, the problem is the graphics. I mean, like I've tried to have him play the. Oh yeah, that's right. They do have that. That's right. They did.
That was my first ever platinum trophy, and in all the years I played video games, it was Crash 1. And I was looking at the timeline for it. It was like Crash 1. It was like took you like 2 weeks or whatever. Crash 2 took you like 4 weeks. I think I was working a lot. And then it was like Crash 3, like 3 days, 4 days. I played a lot of Crash 3. And I was just like, I don't get how people say this is a hard game, but I got to remember, I put so much time into perfecting it that like I could still pick it up today and do it. And I'm so excited to watch him play through that. Like, oh man, like, and I'm excited to watch him fail, because I know he will.
Yeah.
And like help him deal with it. Like, hey, it's a game, dude. Like,
it's a video game. Yeah.
But yeah, back to what I was saying initially. Like, we didn't get those states, so it wired our brains differently, because we didn't only just like learn through like what's happening IRL, but we learned through the games that we played, because we were the first like generation to have games in the home. And
I feel like you had to think of way more stuff. Like you had to know the secrets and then not forget them. You had to like
no maps.
Well, no, there was no maps. Yeah, there was no maps. You're like, hey, you can go over here and grab this, and they're like, how the fuck? Like even Mario, where you had to fly up, like the first castle on World 1. You go to that, you beat the one, go to the mushroom house, come back down, you go over. You knew the timing to do the slide, so there's 3 more, there's 5 more up, right? So then you go to the castle, and then you knew to fly up and go over to this room completely off screen that nobody knew, and you get the whistle, then you fly to the level 4.
3 whistle too, like you go over to level 3, hide, like duck down on the white block, and put you down.
Yep, exactly. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
but you had to collect both, and that gets you to the last run. Yeah, and so like you can speed run it. And I think the fastest guy did like 8 minutes, but like it's like you didn't know any of that. And then you just like now we just forever know that.
Yes.
Like that's insane.
Isn't that insane?
Like Doom.
Yeah.
What's God mode?
Like no.
Do you know?
God mode, isn't that where everything kills you in one hit? And...
No. God mode where you're God.
Yeah,
you can't
you kill everything.
Do you know the code on PC?
I don't remember the code.
It's IDDQD. And that you just type that in, and that's what it is. And then if you wanted all the weapons and all the ammo and all the other thing, it's IDKFA. Every single time.
You know which one I remember?
What?
Let's see if you know the game. Up, down. Hang on, what is it? Was it
Street Fighter.
R1, R2, L1, R2, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up?
Yeah, Street Fighter, isn't it?
Nope, that's Grand Theft Auto 3.
Oh, God, yeah, no, shit. I thought you were going to go old. I was thinking old school. No, you're right.
Was it R1, R2, R1, L2, up, down, up, down, up, down? Got rid of...
Yep, got rid of everything, yeah. So you just, like, go on a rampage, kill everybody, have the SWAT team, and you're like, now walk away.
And then you're like, I need a tank. Delete your delete the wanted level, go steal the tank, and then
delete that because they got you again.
Yep. No, yeah, dude,
it was great. Or like Rosebud for the Sims.
Yes.
Like one. Like that was the code was Rosebud and gives you all the money. So you can
do
buy
that,
whatever
or
you
you did the one I always liked with the Sims was like you do fisheye, and they gave you the third person view. So you
cool!
I
didn't know
you
that
see
one.
like the it was the camera was really wonky, but it was like you got that third person view. You walked around.
I mean, but it's like that shit. Like they're like, why would you want to know that? Like then nobody cares now. And the fact that it helps you along too. Like I just can't get. I try to get Jax to play as many of the old school games that I can, just to like understand the, like you said, the dying. And then having to restart, and just every time you boot it up, you're gonna play.
You have to learn how to be better.
Yeah,
like, you're not just gonna be good at a game.
Exactly.
Like if you lose, you're starting from the beginning.
There
is no like save.
You're like I died. I mean, that was the worst thing. It's like I died, and you're like, yeah, we all did.
You know how many times we shut off like the first Mario Brothers because we were just like,
oh yeah,
we don't know. And then you find that you go to level 2, the underground level, and then you can jump like over the pipe and then hit the warp pipes to go to like level 4.
We gotta go to level 4. Big world, baby. Big world. That was my favorite.
But yeah, dude. Or yeah, man. Or one thing that I think is hilarious, right? So I grew up in Vegas, right? You grew up Wisconsin, right?
Right over there.
If someone told you, if you go use strength on the truck in Pokemon, what are you going to find there?
Oh, you're supposed to find Mew. Supposed to push the truck over and find Mew.
There was no internet. There was no internet. So how did we all collectively across the world think? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, and I can't tell you how many times I played it, and then I was past that point, and I went, shit, I forgot to do the Mew thing. And then, but that's the other thing. It's like you can't go back. There's no old save. You can't. No, fuck. We're done. Yep.
So I'd restart, I'd feint there purposely, I'd go back to strength, and I would hit that. I was like, "There's not working." I'd hold it. Maybe we gotta hold it a minute.
Yeah.
Not
who knows?
Working, right?
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's just crazy to me how like we grew up on like opposite ends of the country, you know. But yeah, we knew the same stuff. And there was no, like I said, there was no internet.
No.
But like I said, we knew the rumors about the games too. Like, oh, we could find Mew under the truck, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just funny to think.
Or the missing numbered thing, the rare candy cheat to
Oh yeah, the missing though.
Yeah. You had to do that. That's fine. Yeah.
A glitch Pokemon in the thing, and yeah, dude, and it's just crazy. It's crazy, like word spread throughout the world.
Well,
about it.
Have you seen Ready Player One?
Is that the one? Maybe.
They had a book about it.
I think I
and the books.
actually.
Yeah, so they made a book about it, and basically it takes place in like 2045 or whatever. And so they have haptic suits and stuff, and like everybody's all online now. But you have your own avatar, and when you're in the Oasis, that's the whole program. It's probably meta is what it's going to be. But like you can walk around, you can interact, and like when you have it, like if I'm like you would have a platform, like they're starting to make them now too, where you have the platform where you can like run in a direction or something, and you're like suspended a little bit, so like you can actually physically walk. And then if I'm in the game and I hit, I push you or something, you have a haptic suit on that can feel that actual, so you can actually feel that stuff. So I was like, all right, you gotta check this game out because I love it because it has all the nostalgicness of like all the 80s movies and stuff like that. Like he drives the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and Jax has never seen that movie. But we were at the store the other day, and we were looking at Legos, and there was a DeLorean. And he goes, "Hey, it's that car from Ready Player One." I'm like, "That's the fucking DeLorean from Back to the Future." But he's like, but that's how he associates, right? And so he was all like, and the cool thing about that, it was like everybody's trying to play for certain things, and basically the creator of the Oasis, he dies, and he's worth a fuck ton of money, and he's like, all right, in this, somewhere in the Oasis, I've left 3 keys. And if you get all 3 keys, I will give you all my money. Mm-hmm. And so everybody's like, holy shit. So they've been on it trying to find these keys. And they go for like a year or like 2 years. And nobody finds it. And he is a huge like study of the guy and whatever. And so like in just, you know, you talk about cheats and you talk about all that stuff. And he found one thing where the I forgot what you call him. The guy's at the museum where you can go look at all of his old files. He's like the butler guy, and I forgot what he's called. He's like concierge kind of dude of it. Mm-hmm. But he was going through and he like listened to his thing. He's like, oh, he said something about going backwards, and it's a race level, and they know they get it.
I remember.
So then he's like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna go backwards. So like the race starts, everybody goes this way. He just fucking reverses, and right before he's about to slam into a wall, fucking trap door. And all of a sudden he's underneath the world. And then he gets to the point where he gets the first key. And they're like, dude, like it's all about cheats. And it's all about like all the back doors of games. Yep. And so when we talk about all these things that we know and all this stuff, that's what it's about. It's not like actually beating the game. It's about knowing and like, I don't want to spoil everything, but like, yeah.
Guys, check that. It's a good movie.
Towards the end, it literally has to come up. It's literally about a cheat in one of the first games that the owner played. And like, you would have to know that. By that osmosis of knowledge, you would have to know that to win. And it's like, it's such a cool movie, but like he watched it, he's like, so I have snow goggles. And so he, like immediately they kind of look like the visors. So of course, like I got them for when they go outside in the winter. And she's like, Arya,
running around inside.
You want to go in the Oasis? and she's like, yeah, let's go. So he just like puts his on, he's like, we're in the Oasis. And he's just like, trying to do the thing. Because, like, they just, like, summon their little menu and, like, decide things and stuff. Mm-hmm. And he's, like, doing that. He's like, it's over in my room. And so then they, like, you know. And it's, like, that's cool because, awesome, it's good for me and it's good for them. And they're, like, understanding that kind of stuff. But, yeah, no, dude, it's crazy. Like, the video games.
But, yeah, even talking about that, like, dude, and I might have mentioned this before on a podcast, but it almost upsets me thinking about all the knowledge I have that no matter what I do, I will never be able to pass on to my son. I'll never be able to pass on everything that I know. And there will be things about my life that he will never know, no matter how much I tell him, no matter how transparent I am, how open, how I could leave a book of my life, and if he tried to read it every day, he would never get through it. He would spend his whole life reading my book and never, you know what I'm saying? So like, it blows my mind how much stuff I feel like I know, or things that I could do, or like help him and things like that I'll never be able to pass to him.
Well, and you talk about NZT. Can you imagine just having access to all that again? Like you said, like you know a lot of stuff.
I know all the stuff I have,
but it's all of what you can remember right now.
If I took that,
boom,
everything that I've ever known.
That's that's insane. And you try to you do your best to try to pass that along. But like you said, there's things you'll never know. And then I thought where you're going with it too is like there's a Sherlock reference in one of his shows that like he talks about how he keeps his brain pure. Mm-hmm. And like how he keeps it with only important information. So he doesn't bother with learning other people's names and shit like that because he's like, it's a waste of my mental capacity. And John asks him, like, well, what do you mean by that? And so he uses an example where he like pours like, I don't know what it is, like oil or whatever. He pours oil in a cup and he's like, this is all the true knowledge. But then he's like, all that side knowledge is like this water. And he pours water and like you see it, you see how it starts to push out the oil and then you're full up. And he's like, I don't want to fill my mind with stuff. And I'm like, I've totally filled my mind with a lot of water. Water.
It's all water.
It is. But then and he's like, but he puts it in a way that like if you were to just go and start studying computer science, eventually you're just going to forget all the other stuff because you're only filling your brain. And I'm like, I don't believe that though. I can't get behind that. I feel like I'll still remember that. It might need to jog my memory a little bit more, but like I don't feel like you would push that knowledge out.
And I know we're getting kind of close here to the end.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like your brain has reached like max capacity? Like no matter how much you look at something or try to remember, your brain is full. So you won't remember.
So that's the exact kind of point that I'm making too. Is like now that we're at this point where like there are times where it is a little harder to learn information. Like you get that, but I will always push myself brain wise to do more. So, like, if it's, like, now, I think I took them today, actually. I took these GPC mushroom gummies that like make you like. No, seriously, like I gave Mel some too because she needs a lot of them, and so put those in, and we both like took them, and we were like really on all day today. Like,
is that why she's been chasing elephants around my living room?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I keep telling her they're there, but no, and so like I will always like be for more of like, you know, and they talk about like nicotine, how that can also help you and like stuff like that, but in moderation, of course. But it's like that kind of stuff. I'll always push my brain farther. If like I don't like it when somebody goes like, well, you know, like my parents are like, I've learned everything I need to learn. They're like, go fuck yourself, dude.
No,
Your brain is
impossible.
so much better. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
That's such a quitting mentality. Like my parents still go like, how do you get Netflix on the TV? And I'm like, you're 60. You grew up with Netflix. We ordered it. Like you can put in a password or something. And now you don't have to do a password. I pay for it, and they're like, can you just give me the code? I'm like, you can't type in the 6-digit code that I just screenshotted you. You can't repeat that? Like, you're like, nah, I can't figure it out. So then they're like, I'm not watching Netflix this week. And you're like, why? But like, yeah, but you were always good with that stuff. I'm like, no, you could be too.
So do you?
It bothers.
It's probably like age. Like I feel like age plays into it. Like transferring short term into long term, right? So you remember it forever. But yeah. I don't know. Part of me thinks like there are times where certain things, it's like something happens. I'm like, I'm gonna remember that. You know, I'll remember that forever, kind of thing. Or like, you know, you have memories with your kids that you do, and like that stuff, core memories, it stays. But then like trying to learn like, shit, how am I supposed to install? Where's the hot water? Where's the cold? You know, like you're doing like little mundane.
I will not. I will not accept that for my life. I will not. I won't be that person that'll be like, I've learned enough. Fuck that, dude. We only get one chance at this thing, and it's pretty lucky that I'm even here. So, you know what? I'm going to learn some shit. And there are things like, do I want to take on quantum mechanics right now? I don't have to. So the ADHD part of me is like, nah. Dude, you don't really have to. Like, but I still believe like I could learn it if I want.
You don't have to do quantum mechanics, but you know what's really bugging me is that board over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that level?
Oh man.
Anyway,
guys,
sorry.
I think that's a good. That's a good place to wrap it up. I think. Excellent episode 2 back. You know, the first episode was shorter, guys. It was my son's birthday, so we were actually filming, you know, an hour before the party started. So it took us a little bit to get going, and then we were like, ah, shit, people are here.
Yeah, people were coming in.
Yeah, they're coming in hot. So, but yeah, do you have any words of wisdom you want to leave anybody on?
See, and we talk about memory and stuff, and it's like, this is one I really like, but I feel like I've already said it. I think I said it last week, actually. But
your memory can't be that bad.
No, it's not. I just feel like I watch so many of these like all the time. Mm-hmm. And so like in the last 2 weeks, I've watched 1,000 videos on TikTok about speeches and stuff. And and obviously the algorithm sends me the people that I've already seen before, or I like, or whatever. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I think, you know, actually, no, I'll do my wake up song. So my wake up song is, it's from My Hero Academia. It's a song that like somebody custom did with like a techno beat and whatever. But it's with Endeavor talking about talking to All Might, where he's like, you know, I tried to chase you and all the stuff. I tried to be like you, whatever. And he's getting beat in a fight, and he was like, wait, I'm fucking blanking on the line right now. But like it literally, I almost want to play it. God, I want to play it because I forgot now.
How about what you'll do is here we'll take a moment. You send me the audio, and I'll put it on there so we don't have to have it like mic quality, like
no, that's fine.
Mic, like the you know, but send it to me.
Oh, okay, I got it.
I can play the audio.
I got it. He says, he's like, come on, All Might. He's like, show the world you're better, and it's just like, and then it breaks down this thing or whatever. But like that's what he's like, you know, basically saying like, you need to own up to it. And there's other instances in like Dragon Ball where like Beerus says the same thing to Goku. He's like, "Are you finished?" You know,
yeah,
like,
that's a good one.
So it's things like that where it's like, those pick me up. If you got something like that can get you, like that gets me out of bed, because it's like, that's just that's how it starts, and it's pretty hard. Like right away, it's a pretty jarring alarm. But he's like, wake up! He's like, get up and show the world you're better, and it's just like, and I'm like, all right, yeah, let's go. Like, it's so. I'll send it to you, but like, yeah, I feel like if you have something that really gets you out of bed, that like even if it's just that little. Like I watched all those interviews and I see these guys that like say like really inspiring quotes and stuff like that. But if you watch a movie and you just like the way somebody said a line or whatever, clip that. You can do everything now. So like clip that.
Yeah.
And if that's something you can put into a wake up alarm or something like that, that's going to trigger that same dopamine and like, I need to get moving. Do it. I mean, you can do it. Like we're not all old people. Like you can figure it out.
No, it's really easy.
So it's like I feel like that kind of stuff has definitely helped me get up more, like push harder, and it's not like, as people put on that rock music to really get them in the mood. It's like, yeah, but everybody knows a quote from any movie, any line, any show, song, whatever. Linkin Park has a bunch of them. Like anything that really just got you. And you're like, all right, grab it then. Like next time that happens, clip that right there. Go like, you know what? I'm gonna save that.
Save
and
just 3-5 seconds.
Yep.
Whatever.
And then
compile it.
Yeah, you can put it in there, and if you get a little bit before and after, so then it just kind of transitions into another thing. You're like, oh yeah, and then it just puts you in that mindset, and it gets you going. Because I felt like Mel's noticed this about me. Like when we go to movies, like even Limitless, or like movies like that, we'll go see them, and then I'm like that for the next day. I really am. Like I think like them, I talk like them, I do that, and I don't know if it's just because I'm that focused in how their mannerisms and how they act and stuff, or like I've really actually understood their mentality on it or their personality. But that does it for me every single day. Like, because too many times I feel like people just go through the motions, and then like the world turns gray. You don't see colors anymore, and you're just kind of like, I'm just doing this thing because this is life now. And it's like, is it though? Is it life? It doesn't have to be. Like.
Yeah,
you got to push yourself. So that's 100%. Kind of my thing. It's kind of a half-assed answer, but
that's all right, man. Push yourself, guys.
Push yourself
find what motivates you, right? Like and yeah, clip it, make a little montage.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else.
No,
it has to make sense to you.
You know, it'd be cool if anybody who listens is clip a couple things that make you like motivated, or you hear it and you're like, "Ooh, I got goosebumps. I got to do something."
Yeah,
clip them, put them together, and like. Make a link or drop them in the comments or something like that. Let us know. Let us hear, or just like, in the comments, put some of the phrases that you guys
see. When you do that, that scares me though, because I feel like one guy's gonna be like, "Big booty bitches, big booty bitches."
Hey, but if that's what gets him out of bed,
well, that's what I'm saying. No, I would say, but I'm gonna laugh.
That's for you.
So hard, and that's for you. Great. That's for you. I love it.
I love that for you. But yeah, guys. So do that. Clip that.
Yeah.
Let us know what gets you out of bed in the morning, or gets you like amped up, ready to go take on the world. But
sorry, real quick. Have you seen that one guy that's like he's like just this muscle bound dude, and he's teaching selling to like how to close people on the phone and stuff, and people always like snip or whatever they call it, they cut in with his thing, and they're like, "How much you make?" and the guy's like, "I don't know, he's like, "It's probably not over $100,000." He's like, "If you're not making over $100,000, you fucked up," And the guy's like, "Oh fuck," and then he goes, "Well, it's not like I'm jerking off all the time." And he's like, "You're probably jerking off all the time." Like it's just like this whole thing, like. That shit is like, so funny.
That's the same as the one that's like, don't eat eggs for breakfast. And the guy's like, oh, shit, throws the eggs away, goes to make a salad. Like, salads are the worst thing for you. And you're like, oh, my God. And you're like, oh, I'm going to go drink a coffee. Coffee?
Yeah.
Don't start your day with it, right? And they're like, oh, shit, well, I'm going to drink some water. Water is killing you. And you're like, oh, my God. Like,
that's like, oh, my God, dude, that's so funny. Like, yeah. No, but anyway, that's that kind of stuff where you're like, dude, if it gets you going, great. If it doesn't, whatever.
Let us know what gets you guys going. But yeah, guys, we'll see you guys next time, episode 3 of ADHDads.
Peace.
Let's go. All right, help me scrape this nun off my car.
Yeah, jeez. What's black and white and red all over? Your car.
The nun on my hood.